Alright, it's Marvel time. I think it is time we take down the Ultron of Ultrons. Or at least try to, and see how this goes. I think I'm going to try to maybe attempt this once or twice. See how we go. What is it? Because I don't have to get off directly at 1 o'clock today. But I do have something later in the day, and I would actually at least like to go outside, get some exercise. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, Ultron is scary. So, to actually do this correctly, the way this works. So, when Ultron comes out, and his scheme is here, put the Ultron drone's environment into play, shuffle the encounter deck. Alright, so that one, so it doesn't do anything. So what is going on with Ultron? So, Ultron has this thing where he has lots of effects in his encounter deck where he takes cards from the top of your deck and puts them out in front of you as engaged minions. Now, that forces basically cards from your deck to no longer be used for you at the time, and then you have to defeat them to essentially get them back. And by default, all the drones have a scheme of 1, an attack of 1, and a hit points of 1. I'm just trying to think. That's basically it. And then, like, he has this unique thing when he would boost when he's attacking or scheming, where if you trigger that off, he can force you to either put threat on the scheme or put a drone in front of you. So, but the thing that's unique about him compared to when we were facing Rhino on Monday was that his scheme has 3 different phases. It's essentially 3, 10, and 5. So after this one goes over, I don't lose the game right away. I go to this one. There is one revealed effect, which essentially just puts a drone out. And then the countdown to oblivion, this one basically makes it so I can't remove scheme. So at that point, I have to just try to defeat Ultron as fast as possible. So it's this one is a little bit more of an epic clash, I would say. There's a little bit more involved going on. Definitely want to try to take out Ultron as fast as possible. We'll have to see how crazy this gets. So I hope you all will enjoy this. I hope so. But let's do this. Let's get the party started. So I am still using the same deck that I used on Monday. It is Peter Parker and or Spider-Man. I got the same Justice Spider-Man deck that I used. I think it would be solid just because it seems like with the scheme that's here, you want to try to keep threat off of that as much as possible to make sure that he doesn't advance to put more drones out and then also force the countdown to oblivion to occur. So I think that is the best course of action to make sure that I do not get destroyed. So let's see what I got here. I have options, and I don't like any of it. So, let's do this. So, I do generate a tech resource when I'm on Peter Parker's side. So, I do have 1 bonus resource right now. So, let's do this. We're going to spend 2 resources to play Black Cat. When she is played, discard the top 2 cards of a deck and then add any card with a printed resource icon, which both of them are, to my hand. It's not a bad little draw. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's a tough call. Oh, man, that's a decision. Some of these I actually kind of want to keep. So I'll use Peter Parker's tech resource to play out the spider or the web shooters. I might actually be able to make this work better than I think. So I technically have, if I flip over, I have 5 resources that I can use. This is what we'll do. We're going to spend 2 resources to play the surveillance team. So that's the one that when I exhaust it, I can remove a threat from a scheme. And then that's it on that front. I'm then going to switch over to Spider-Man. And then I will go ahead and just strike it. So Ultron in this first form right here has 17 health. Playing by myself. So going to attack with Black Cat. Make that 16 right there. And then I will go ahead and just attack with Spider-Man. Do the same thing. And then that is all I will do. I'm not going to do anything else. That's the end of the player phase. Ready those up. I will keep both of these cards in my hand. I have a hand size of 5, so I draw up to 3. And now Ultron is going to strike me. So he's going to default attack. What is it? After Ultron attacks... Okay. So, here we go. So he's going to attack me for 3. I don't like that. Here, I got to put that over there. So he's going to hit me for 3. Do I want to exhaust Spidey and take no damage? Do I want to sacrifice Black Cat? I'm going to sacrifice Black Cat, so she's going to go away. After Ultron attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into play face down, engage with you as a drone minion. I think I will, right now, put it on the main scheme because I do have surveillance team. Let's hope I don't regret that decision. Oh, you know, I just realized. When revealed, each player puts a top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone minion. So this is a minion. I forgot that's something that starts by default. Then this would technically deal 1 damage to me. So Spider-Man does get hit 1. Then I get dealt an encounter card. To fill in schemes. Of course. Alright. This is fine. Everything is fine. It's only 1 scheme right now. Everything's okay. Alright. That is it. That is everything I can do right there. Villain phase ends. We're now back to the hero phase. So, what I am going to do... Okay, so we're gonna use the web shooter plus these 2, which generate 3 in total, to play Daredevil. So this is actually gonna be great. So what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna exhaust Daredevil to thwart on this scheme. So it's gonna take out 2. He does take 1 damage by doing that. When I do that though, I can deal 1 damage to an enemy, so I'm gonna deal it to the drone. And then this goes into my discard pile. Of course it was Mockingbird. So that was good. Then, I have 2 resources left. Oh, I can... This is actually a good idea. Well, it makes no sense for me not to attack Ultron. So we're going to deal another 2 damage with Spider-Man. But then I will flip him over. He is gonna scheme. But what I'm gonna do is that I generate a tech resource, and I'm gonna spend this other one to have 2 to play heroic intuition on him. So now he has an additional thwart. So now he will thwart for 2 instead of his 1. And now, since I'm an alter ego, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I draw 6 cards. Alright. That is my phase. Now, Ultron is going to scheme. He's only going to scheme 1. And he does not do the attack, or the drone effect, because he's only scheming. And no one else schemes because there's no other drones. So I'm going to get a card. So I have to do it again because I'm an alter ego. Do it again. Of course. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down, engage with them as a drone. And I actually need to remember what that icon is on the scheme. Because I don't remember what that one is. Acceleration. What is acceleration? Oh, you know what I just realized? I gotta put another one on the scheme. Because of the next stage. Or whatever. Acceleration, I think, increases the amount it schemes every turn. I'm gonna double check. 1 additional threat is placed on the main during the first step of the villain phase. Yeah. So next turn, that would actually get schemed up, which is not good. And these actually are all unexhausted. There is so much to manage. Come on, game. All right. That's not good. And then this starts off with 4. All right. I have things I have to figure out and do, and I don't like it. Alright. This is my turn. I need to think. I gotta think very hard about this. Alright, so let's do this. So we're gonna play Power Justice. It generates 2 resources for a yellow card. So we're gonna generate another surveillance team, which I think is a good call. I'm then going to use Daredevil to thwart on this scheme. So it's going to remove these 2. Then he's going to deal 1 damage to this. So that goes away. Then I'm going to use 1 resource to generate a web... or actually, no, I don't need to do that because I'm on Peter Parker's side. We're going to generate a web shooter. I got a decent engine going on right here. Ultron isn't looking that bad right now. So then what I will do is that I'll use both of my surveillance teams to take off 2 threat. Then what I will do is I'm going to flip over to Peter Parker. I'm going to thwart the drone factory. Get the rest of that off because he's now 2 because of this ability. So that is no longer going to accelerate. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard these 2 cards, then use these 2 right here to web up Ultron so he won't attack and put a drone out. And I won't take any damage. That is my turn. I need to also put another damage onto Mr. Daredevil. And then I need to draw up to my hand size. Let's see what we get. Okay. Alright, so Ultron is going to deal 2 damage to me plus nothing. So I think I'll go ahead and take the 2. I'm at 7. Oh no, I don't take this damage because he's not attacking me. And then this goes away, and then he becomes stunned. And there's no drones that come out because he doesn't actually attack. Alright, I'm okay with that. That's nice, because I don't have to burn Daredevil to block or anything. Alright, okay. And then I do get dealt an encounter card. Attached to the villain gains Retaliate 1. I don't remember what Retaliate does. Exhaust your hero and spend 2 lightning bolt looking resources. Discard this card. I believe Retaliate is that they attack back. If I'm not mistaken. Let me look. Has anyone in the chat played this game and understands what Retaliate does? Because I would actually love it if someone could explain that to me. If not, I might have to go look at the other thing. Interrupt response. Playing a card. Rules reference. Retaliate 10. After this character's attack, deal X damage to the attacker. The attacker must survive the attack to deal damage. Okay. So essentially, if I attack Ultron, that character that character will be defeated. Oh, and also, that still goes up 1. Okay. Alright. I think that's good. I think that's everything. Way too much to think about. Oh. Okay. So. So to start off, we'll use a surveillance team and get rid of this. We'll do that. Then what I will do is that I'm going to spend 1 resource to play Interrogation Room. So after I defeat a minion, exhaust Interrogation Room to remove 1 threat from the scheme. I think that'll be really good with the minions coming out. Then I'm going to use these 2. This web shooter is going to be removed. So that's 2. And then these 2. And I'm going to web up Ultron again. Give me 1 second, everybody. Everything is cool. Just answering some quick messages. Okay. Then I keep forgetting to use Spider-Man's ability to interrupt for the draw card, but I didn't get to use it last turn anyways. I'll deal 2 damage to Ultron. Alright. That is it. I think I'll go ahead and flip to Peter Parker. He will scheme, but he's not going to put a drone out, which I'm okay with, at least up front. And I'll draw more cards. I'm not going to use Daredevil. Everyone's going to ready up. There's no reason to use Daredevil, because he's better to scheme than he is to attack, honestly. To gain the full benefit of his cards. And, oh man. Alright. Ooh. So, we're going to get 1 threat by default on the scheme. Then Ultron is going to scheme. So right here, Ultron would scheme an additional 1, because this one has a star. But I'm going to play Emergency. When the villain schemes, reduce the amount of threat placed on the scheme by 1. So he's only going to actually scheme for 1. Then there is a boost effect with the star, but there's no drones engaged with me to actually trigger that card's effect. So, I'm going to make it sure I didn't. Okay. So, I put an additional threat onto the scheme. So, there is 2. Then, let's see what we get encountered with. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. So, I do believe that means Daredevil's dead. Dang it! Daredevil's gone. And then... yeah, because it doesn't matter if you're an alter ego or not. Well, that stinks. That would have been great, because I would have been able to deal damage to Ultron. Nuts. Well, thank you. Have fun. Go get your food, friend. Alright. Alright, now I think now we're cooking with gas here. I guess I could have done that, but... Alright. So... we're going to use the tech resource and just play Aunt May. Put her out. Make her available. We're then going to spend... oh, wait. I got to flip. Oh, do I really want to do that, though? Well, yeah, I can. That's fine. We're going to thwart. Take these 2 off. And then we're going to bam and this card. So both those go away. So that's 3 in total. Swinging web kick. We're going to put Ultron right at 2 health. Then that is it. That is it. So everything readies up. And then I draw up to 5. I'm going to keep both the cards I have in hand. Alright. So, Ultron's going to attack me. This card goes away, and he actually becomes stunned again, so there's no drones. And then, I do get engaged. So here's the encounter card. Each drone engage with your hero attacks. If no attacks are made this way, put the top card of your deck into play face down, engage with you as a drone. I'm going to actually... hold on. Oh, I need to put one of these on here. I keep forgetting to do that. We're going to spend 1 to play Enhanced Spider Sense. So this actually does not get... the effects don't resolve. So it causes a treachery card, which that's what that was, to not get anything happen to it. Alright. I think we're doing okay. This is not that horrible. Although I just burnt 2 cards, and now we're back to me. So it's my go. What I will do is that I'll go ahead and Surveillance Team. Get rid of that threat. Oh. Resources now. I lost my web shooters. Those were really good. I think what we'll do is that we'll spend... yeah, so Power Justice generates 2 if it's a yellow card, which I'm going to play Jessica Jones, and I'm going to discard Backflip for the total of 3. So Jessica Jones is going to come into play. She gets 1 more thwart for each side scheme, so there's no side schemes right now, but that's okay. I am going to actually use her... yeah, I'll use her to attack. So Ultron, this phase is defeated, and Ultron, I guess, what is it? Yeah, I guess Retaliate would occur. So she's going to take 2 damage. So we're at phase 2 of Ultron. Ultron is now at 22 health. Put a drone until the end of the turn. Ultron gets +1 attack for each drone minion engaged with you. Okay, so, ugh. All right, we gotta be careful about that. Then I will go ahead and attack Ultron. And then I will also take a damage that way. Then I will flip. Then I'm going to actually use Aunt May to exhaust her, because I'm an alter ego, to heal back up to full health. Because she heals me 4, that puts me at 10. And there we go. That's it. And then I draw 6. There we go. Got 1 card left in my deck, and then I force a reshuffle, which is nice. All right, now we might be doing fun stuff. Okay, so that sucks because I gotta get specific resources. So Ultron is going to scheme, and what sucks is that the Crimson Cowl is going to be we're going to scheme up. So you get 1 by default, then he's going to scheme for 2, and I don't think I have anything to stop it. No, I do not. So that's going to get 2. And I believe it's overkill for the boost. So Crimson Cowl has been advanced. So when revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play, face down, engaged with them as a drone minion. After placing threat here during step 1 of the villain phase, each player must choose to either place 2 threat here or put the top card of their deck. Okay, so now this is when the fun stuff begins. Alright, so this is a drone. So that is going to make things a little more challenging to work with. And then he's also going to +1 attack, so I need to try to get rid of that if I can. Get it dealt an encounter card. Each drone engage with you, your hero attacks. If no attacks are made this way, put the top card of your deck into play. Alright, so I do take 1 damage, because there's 1 drone. So I'm at 9. Good thing I did that. And, oh, that's right, everybody readies. Everybody readies. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, what a fun time we're about to have here. So what is it? So I gotta use 2 of those. Exhaust your hero and spend 2 of those to... Yeah, so what we'll do, we're going to exhaust Peter Parker, and then we're going to use... we're going to use a spider tracker and an interrogation room with a lightning bolt resource to get rid of that concussion blasters card on him, so he's not going to be super brutal anymore up front. Then I'm going to... Oh god, that's a decision I have to make. Do I just go guns blazing? I think I do. I'm going to spend 1 resource to put the spider tracker onto this minion right here. And then I'll have Jessica Jones attack Ultron, so she's going to be defeated, and she deals 2 damage to him. So he's at 18. I'm going to keep the other 2 cards in my hand. I'm going to keep Peter Parker on this side. I'm going to go ahead and exhaust Aunt May just to put him back at 10, because there's just no point of not having that happen. And there we go. That is, I think, the plan. Because I know he's going to scheme a lot on the next turn, more than likely. But I have the tools to work with it. So I keep these 2 cards. I have a hand size of 6. I have to reshuffle. He still doesn't attack me. He is stunned. So I'm just taking... I at least got 2 attack turns worth of that to worry about. One more shuffle here. Alright, so then I'm going to gain 4 cards. There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so. Everything ready's up. Ultron is going to scheme. So first, this one right here is going to gain a threat. I'm actually not going to put another drone into play. So I'm going to put 2 more threat onto this scheme. So it's going to require 10 to scheme to the next phase. So Ultron's going to scheme for 2. And then whatever this boost, which is 2. Alright, this is a fun time. So hold on. Let's replace these 3, or actually 5. So that was 2. Yeah, so that's 7. And then the drone itself does 1. Then I get an encounter card attached to Ultron. So after Ultron schemes, place 1 threat on each side scheme. Okay, and then I can get rid of that if I use 2 tech resource cards and exhaust my hero. Alright, well luckily we're going to switch to hero mode next turn and try to deal with this as best I possibly can. Alright. That is it. That is the turn. Actually, how much did Ultron scheme in total? So it was 2, 4. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to play Great Responsibility and take that as damage instead. So I'm going to be at... Peter Parker's going to be at 6. And then this goes back to 4. Because that's 8. Yeah, so it's going to be at 4 instead. Alright. Then, it's my turn. I'm going to exhaust Aunt May to put myself right back at full health. So I'm back at 10. I need to think about how I want to do this. So, this is what we'll do. Spend 2 resources to play Black Cap. And through tech resources, which they both are, I get to add them to my hand. I'm then going to have her attack. It gives her damage. The drone. When the drone is defeated, Spider Tracker makes it so I remove 3 health. Or 3 threat from a scheme. So there we go. So that 3 has been eliminated there. Oh. I still have 1 tech resource. That's not really useful at this point. So he's not going to be dealing any damage to me, thank God. Alright, so he's not scheming. So, I'm going to deal 2 damage to Ultron. It's going to put him at 16. Then, spend 3 resources to play Swinging Web Kick. It's going to deal 8 damage. So that's going to put Ultron right at 8. I think we're in the clear. I think I might have defeated Ultron. That is all I will do. I'll go ahead and use my surveillance team and take out that threat that exists on that scheme. Then I will keep this card in hand for reasons. Oh, I didn't even use the interrogation room. Doesn't matter. I could have done that. Everything ready. It's like, you know, one of the things, so I like how there's so many little mechanical things you could do with these decks, but there's just a lot to keep track of. Like, for me personally, there's just so much that you have to always be on the lookout for to, like, trigger everything. And my brain right now just can't comprehend. And apparently there is an encounter card in my deck. Because I saw the orange, and I'm like, that's not right. Alright. So I draw up to 5. And as long as I don't get destroyed somehow this turn, I think I got it. So, get a scheme on there. Ultron would attack me, but he's stunned. So this stun token goes away. So no drones get that way. Then he's going to encounter card me. And I get the freaking reveal your set aside Nemesis minion. And that minion is now engaged with you. It's not going to mean a whole lot, but there we go. Oh, okay, that's fun. So, we haven't did this in the last game, but when Shadows of the Past is revealed as an encounter card, each hero has essentially, what was it? A nemesis that gets engaged with them. And each one is unique. So with Spider-Man, the unique nemesis is Vulture. And, each player places and when that happens, you get the minion as well as their side scheme just gets put into play. So these both have revealed effects. Each player places a random card from their hand face down here. Don't be the card. Don't be the card. Don't be the card. Don't be the card. Okay. All right, it was not the card. Then Vulture is going to attack me, and he's going to deal 3 damage to me. So I'm at 7. It's not horrible. I'm going to, just for the sake of being safe, I'm going to not exhaust Spider-Man to defend. Alright. That's fine. Alright. It's my turn. Let's finish this. Spend 3 resources. Swinging web kick on Ultron. He's at 8. Does 8 damage. He is dead. He is dead. Hashtag winning. That is right. Ultron has been defeated. I was scared for no reason. Oh my god. That was fun. I actually had to think a little bit when I was doing that. Having all the justice stuff to take care of that. Because honestly, the whole thing I was scared of was because Ultron, I know for a fact, has a ton of ways to put threat onto there, but stunning him twice to not make the drones come out and everything was like super, super helpful.